Hi, I'm Tim. Welcome to our channel, and thanks for logging on. Today we're discussing the Blancpain 50 Fathoms Tribute to 50 Fathoms No Radiation Special Edition. You can see this 2010 special series of 500 pieces and purchase it on our website. Subscribe to our YouTube channel if you enjoy these videos, and please click on the card in the upper right-hand corner of the screen at any time during this video to see our full sales listing for this upscale limited edition diver. Now, while the watch does feature special content, the size is standard reference 5015. The 45mm case that we've known and loved since 2007. The watch measures 45mm across the round of the case, not inclusive of crown or crown guards. It's thick, but not as thick as it appears at first glance. 15.6mm, it will slip underneath a blazer or sport jacket cuff, and across the wrist, the watch really makes itself, I would say, distinct not just from the body of luxury dive watches, but modern oversized watches as a whole, because one might expect a 45mm diameter watch to span 55mm or more across a wrist. I've certainly seen it countless times. This watch, at 50.5 from lug to lug, is exceptionally wearable on a smaller wrist. A big watch that fits compact. I would say, though my wrist is 16 centimeters in circumference, you should be able to wear this watch on a wrist as small as 14.5 centimeters, as long as your watch wrist is more oval than round in profile. Now, the watch has satisfying heft thanks to the substance of the case and the solid case back, and it's joined to the lugs, shapely lugs they are, though short, with screws. You can see screws fixing the strap to the case. That ensures that it's far more secure than with spring bars. One major advantage over its historical prototypes ensures that this watch is going to stay put on your wrist. You'll also note the sailcloth strap, robust, beautifully stitched with a monotone thread. You can see on the underside a rubber underlay taking the already exceptionally hale and hardy sailcloth strap and further isolating it from the moisture, the grit, and the oils of the wrist for longevity. A simple pin buckle for easy on-the-fly adjustment, and we're back to the case. Beautiful, polished, impressive, and imposing. It's up to the sense of occasion that this watch carries with it, and it does have a sense of occasion. A grand historical name dating back to 1953, the 50 Fathoms by Blancpain truly was the first modern dive watch, beating the Rolex Submariner to market by a matter of months. This watch is bigger and in almost every fashion better. It starts with materials. I talked about the high-polished steel, but I really need to talk about the bezel. The defining feature of the modern 50 Fathoms, it features a cambered sapphire cap that's almost like a permanent dome of moisture acting as a magnifier, keeping the bezel both beautiful, magnified, glossy, rich, almost appearing wet, and at the same time unmarred, as the sapphire is effectively just as hard as diamond, and that diamond is the only material that can routinely scratch it. If you don't routinely scratch your watch with diamond, it should have an unmarred, beautiful, almost new look in perpetuity. And thanks to the protection afforded by the sapphire, this special edition fully calibrated bezel is also fully luminescent. All of the indices, hash marks, all of the Arabic numerals glow beautifully at night, a fully calibrated bezel being one feature that the standard 5015 reference does not have. Moving into the dial, you see more of them. Different shaped indices printed on rather than applied in historic fashion. You can see that the Blancpain logo at 12 o'clock has been paired with a vintage-style 50 Fathoms logo, a tribute to the 1960s No Radiation edition. This watch also features the No Radiations crest at 6 o'clock. Why is this important? Well, by the mid-1960s, the Swiss watch industry had largely weaned itself off of radium. Tales like the Radium Girls and atomic-era awareness of the dangers of intense radiation, especially the gamma produced by radium, had driven the industry away from this luminescent paint. But customers, both civilian and military, needed more reassurance, hence No Radiations. Historically accurate, it takes you into the sense of the era. You have a sense of time and place and mood. Cold War at its peak, that's what you get from this watch, but in a fashion that the Cold Warriors never could have imagined. The standard of assembly is peerless, and even when details like the relocation of the date to 3 o'clock versus 4:30 further pay tribute to the historic prototype, you never forget you're wearing something that's built to the same fit, finish, and standards as any other Blancpain watch, and indeed other ultra haute de gamme divers, such as the Royal Oak diver. The Royal Oak offshore diver features a movement, the 3120, that has nothing on this caliber 1315 by Blancpain. An exclusive caliber to Blancpain features a 5-day power reserve, automatic winding with hacking seconds and a quick set date. It's also free sprung for durability. The 35 joule movement is most apropos for a watch with a little bit of an outlandish facade, because while some often say of their 3-day power reserves they can take them off on a Friday afternoon and put them back on Monday, this watch is the one you want to wear for the weekend, so it's most fitting that it has 5 days of autonomy between Monday and Friday between windings. This is a versatile, handsome, upscale historic tribute to a model line that has exceptional patrimony. If you want real history executed with fit, finish, materials, and spirit of haute horlogerie, you need to consider the Blancpain 50 Fathoms Tribute to 50 Fathoms No Radiations Limited Edition, available on our website.